Hey friends, Catherine here. So what we want to do is make a hair twist out of polymer clay. When I first saw these, I thought that cannot possibly be made from only polymer clay. Can't be true, because polymer clay, while yes, has a certain amount of give to it once it's baked, is not that flexible. But then I got to thinking about it, and I thought, well, now wait a minute. It's not just that the polymer clay has a little bit of give to it. It's that we're doing it into a spiral. And when you make things into a spiral, it has up and down movement and side to side movement, and also like this twisty back and forth movement. And that, I think, is what gives it so much give. Not whether or not the polymer clay actually has that much give in it itself, but how the spiral is shaped gives it that much movement. So I've got two different colors because I want to make it with two different colors. I've got a green and a yellow here, and I've rolled them both out into snecks. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take and twist them together, sort of like that, so that they're sort of even. Oop. Hopefully not too messed up and weird, because of course the first thing that I do is roll them so that they're messed up and weird. And then what I'm going to do is squish them together to make one multicolored twisty snack. Hopefully. We're going to want to roll this kind of thin. So I'm thinking we might be able to get two out of this piece of clay. It depends on how much length ends up being taken up by the spiral, because spirals also take up like a lot of length, like shorten things a lot. We're just gonna keep rolling them. And if you wanted to have glitter in it at this point, this would be where you'd want to put a little bit of glitter down on your work surface and roll it into the glitter and really work that glitter into. I don't want glitter in this one. We'll see how it goes for future ones. We want it thin, but not too thin. And we want it to be even all the way along. And we actually want to kind of take some care with that, with making it even all the way along. But this is fairly good. It's pretty long at this point, if you can see that. And that's about, I think, the thickness that I want, maybe a little bit thinner right through here. Like right in here. The thinner I make it, the longer it'll stretch, but the less strength it'll have once it's baked. But also the less lumpy it'll be in the hair. So, you know, that's the idea between making it, about making it even. Okay, so that should be good, I think. That's pretty even. Then what I'm going to do is take a pencil, because a pencil is oven safe. It's wood and a bit of colorant in there, and as long as I don't cook it on too high a temperature or leave it in for too long, it should be fine. And then I'm just going to wrap it around the pencil loosely, but trying to also make it an even width around the spirals. And then just wrap it all the way down, hopefully. Something like this. Different colors showing through, sometimes green showing up at the top, sometimes yellow rising to the top. Trying to make sure that the spirals are even. Oop, there we go. Something like that, maybe. Go. And Just wrapping it along down. And actually, if I end this about here, I can definitely get 2 out of it, but I think I'm going to get 2 out of it anyway, so I'm going to do 1 long one and 1 short one, because why not? Let's see, just keep on wrapping around, trying to make it even, and then cut it off, because we can make another one from that in just a moment. And then take the end of this and curl it back on itself and just create a tiny little loop there and press the end right into the portion that it's coming from, and maybe smooth it down just a little bit so that we've got this nice open loop right there that if we want to, we can pop a jump ring on and hang beads from it. And then I'll just take and bake it at the standard instructions. For Sculpey, that is 275 for 15 minutes. You do kind of want to be careful not to over bake these, because the longer you bake the Sculpey, the less flexibility it's going to have. But you don't really want to underbake them either, because on the flip side, having too much flexibility means that it's going to bend too far too easily and snap. And that is how we do it. Let's grab another pencil, do the same thing for the next one, only this one's going to be shorter. And actually, let's round that tip down just a little bit so that it comes down into a little spirally point, because that seems fun to me. And then do the same thing, just wrap it around, trying to make it even. And fun. And you can do them of different lengths. If you've got longer pencils, you can do them longer. If you use other things to form them around, like what am I thinking of? Like I've heard of people using skewers, or like craft dowels to make really long ones. Those are fun. That should be it. And then you can do the same thing for the other end. Just kind of pinch it down so that it's down to a little bit more of a point, and then take and curl it around back to itself and just smooth it down a little bit. And that gives you 2 different hair twists, which then you just bake and you've got fun twists to put in your hair. Anyway, that's what I did today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, I would be glad to hear from you. I'm always happy to hear your thoughts. If you have any suggestions of things you'd like to see me try, I'd be happy to hear those too. Remember to subscribe, and I will see you all another day. Bye!